So thanks very much for popping down. Anyway, it's really pleased I can show you the finished article, so I really appreciate you making the trip down. So this site basically used to be a bungalow. So there's a school obviously right adjacent here, the City Academy, and there was a building here, various sorts, for quite a while. So it was like, I think long ago it was a classroom, then it was kind of like an athletic shed, then it was a caretaker's lodge, and then about sort of early 90s the school sold it off, and it was basically a big athletic shed which had been converted into a dwelling. So it was perpendicular to the building line, so you've got these terraces coming down, and then going in that direction you just had a big rectangular 2-bed bungalow basically. So in terms of how I found it, basically the previous owner had put in planning for 4 houses, so something similar to these, and basically just from using the planning portal sent out a load of direct to vendor letters, and then one arrived just as he'd had a deal fall through with a developer basically. So somebody else was going to buy it. Bristol Council were taking their time over making a decision, which will surprise you, I know. And basically the other developer cleared off and went and did something else. So my letter arrived at a good time basically. So good luck on that front, I'd say. So that was in about September of 2021. And then we bought it on the 5th of April, is when we completed on the site. And we started on it pretty much straight away. So the first job was essentially to knock down the bungalow, clear the site. It had, I mean, it opened up a lot once we cut back all the vegetation and stuff on it. So down here we had this all the way around the perimeter with hideous like reinforced concrete fencing. And in between the palisade and the concrete fencing was basically about 30 years of ivy growth and all sorts. So once all that went, it was actually, oh, this is quite a big site. Maybe we can put 4 houses on it. Yeah, and we actually varied the plans. So previously it was all brick, which I'm not a massive fan of, and obviously doing block and render saves time and is a better look, and it's actually a little bit more in keeping. So yeah, we varied that bit of it, and then we also went for bigger dormers on the back. We were quite fortunate here as well that we didn't have any materials specified in our permission. So that was kind of acquisition, going in for planning, that sort of stuff. The design-wise, the idea with these was basically to have something that looked traditional. It's a bit of a fine line to tread because obviously, you know, new build trying to be old-fashioned is a little bit tricky design-wise, but on the front here we use this aged Cassandra brick, obviously on this dwarf wall, and then the front elevation as well. So that was just because it kind of, yeah, it gives that bit of an oldie worldy look.